Hi, I'm Dave and this is Dave Does Fitness. Choosing a sports watch in 2026 is a completely different beast than it was even 5 or say 6 years ago. Back then you basically picked a color and hoped that GPS didn't get you lost in the woods. But now the market is just flooded with complex sensors that track everything from heart rate to blood oxygen to how you're running. Tolerance has been trending. And once super premium features like multi-band GPS are now expected on mid-level or even entry-level watches. If you're eyeing a sports watch, you want a tool that's going to help you perform and increase your fitness. And just as importantly, it should offer features that best match your intended use case. So in this video, I'm going to break down the brand landscape. We're going to look at the 5 big players: Garmin, Coros, Suunto, Polar, and Amazfit. And then I'm going to give you specific model recommendations based on who you actually are. Whether you're just getting started, don't want to get overwhelmed, or you're a completely data-obsessed marathoner who's going to put in an 18-week training block to shave just a few seconds off a PR. I'll also provide both a high-end option and a budget pick for you, as well as a few honorable mentions in every category. So let's start with a very quick overview of the players in the game. Of note, I'm not including smartwatches that have sports features like Apple Watch or Pixel Watch, but rather sports watches geared towards fitness training and health tracking as their primary functions. So here's our 2026 brand breakdown. Garmin, number 1, still the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Their ecosystem is unmatched. If you want maps, music, contactless payment, a metric for anything and everything you could think of, they're the ones to beat. They know they're the premier brand and they price their offerings accordingly. Coros is up next. They are the efficiency machine. They don't try to be a lifestyle brand. They know who they are and what they're good at. They are runner focused and have a smooth mobile app experience. Up next is Suunto, the adventure brand. Based in Finland, their signature watches are built like tanks and ready for outdoor adventure. They are best known for their mature, clean, and industrial design language. Next we have Polar, the old school science brand. They very literally started this game with the first consumer heart rate monitor in the early 80s. Their focus remains on the internal athlete, heart rate variability, sleep stages, metabolic load. While their software design really needs a refresh, their sensors, analytics, and underlying algorithms are all rock solid. And finally, we have Amazfit. They're no longer just a company with a budget lineup. In 2026, they are a legitimate sports brand with high-end AMOLED displays and surprisingly good sensors available at a fraction of the cost. Don't believe me? At the time I'm making this video, they sit alone with Garmin as the only brands offering on-device route creation on some of their models, which is considered to be a high-end navigation feature. Now that we know the players, let's take a look at you, or I guess my best guess at some generic profiles I came up with that would hopefully describe you. I know everyone's use case is different, but hopefully these should give you a great starting point for your sports watch search. Please note I'm going to be mentioning the standard retail price of these watches, so the video is more relevant in the long term, but that doesn't mean you can't find some of these watches on sale. As a matter of fact, I know you could find a lot of these watches on sale, so be sure to shop around before making a purchase. I'll include links to all models I mentioned in the description. We'll put some discount links or affiliate links if I'm able to. I'm also going to move pretty quickly on each selection and won't be able to mention every detail or feature available, but if I've reviewed a particular watch, I'll put a link to that review in the description as well, so you can check out more in-depth information that way. Also, please look to the comment section as a resource as well. I'd encourage each of you to chip in with the watch you use, what sports you do with it, why you chose it, and this is going to make the comment section a great resource to go along with the video. And finally, I'm making this video in early 2026. I know new models will come out this year and next year and the year after, and you can still use this video as a guide if you're watching it down the road. If I mentioned the Fenix 8 would be a good fit for you, and the Fenix 9 is now the newest model, you can rest assured you can slot that one in as a new recommendation for that specific category. Conversely, could you get the majority of the features at a discount by going back a generation, looking at the Fenix 7 or 7 Pro? Yes, that's always an option as well. But I wanted to keep the list of watches I'm choosing from pretty current, otherwise there's just too many options and the choices get too complicated. But please look forward or backward a generation when making a selection and be wise with your money. Let's get this going. Okay, our first persona is going to be the newcomer. This is someone that is just getting started on their fitness journey. They want something simple to use and also something that can provide some guidance and motivation. They don't want to be overwhelmed. They just want some simple options. If you have a limitless budget, my suggestion is going to be the Garmin Venu 4. This is the best mainstream health watch out there and has performance that is pretty close to the much more serious and expensive Garmin offerings. You get an entire slew of Garmin features in the Connect app so you can track health metrics like body battery, sleep score, and training readiness. Garmin will also give you suggested workouts of the day that you can follow along with. These watches come with a ton of features found in Garmin's higher-end watches like built-in LED flashlight. The Garmin Venu 4 has a vibrant display, a unique polished UI, and is available at a retail of $549. Now for a budget option here, I'm going to recommend the Amazfit Active Max. This is a perfect budget entry point. You'll find a lot of features that Garmin offers have their own equivalent in the Zepp app, which is the mobile app for Amazfit watches. You have biocharge to track energy levels and recovery. You have sleep tracking, you have stress tracking, tons of built-in sports profiles. You even get built-in smart assistants, Bluetooth calling, and enough storage for music or even to download some maps if you want. Retailing at just $169 here, there's a lot to like. Honorable mention in this category go to the Garmin Forerunner 55, retailing at $199, and the Suunto Run, retailing at $249. Our next profile is the middle of the pack improver. Now you have some experience and you've decided to take things a bit more seriously. You want a watch you won't grow out of as you keep diving deeper into your training. If that sounds like you and you have a limitless budget, I'd say the Garmin Forerunner 570 is a good pick. This is a great intermediate watch. Stepping into the 570 tier, you get some training improvements over the entry-level Forerunners and even a few on the Venu 4, which is selling at the same exact price. A big hardware difference from the 570 to the Venu 4 is you're getting the classic 5-button layout on the Forerunner, which is key to be able to operate the watch well during workouts. One software example is pace-based daily suggested workouts for running and biking. Now these are pretty key if you're using the suggested workouts for interval sessions. In addition, if you're looking to do some triathlons, you'll also have many more pool workouts available to you on the Forerunner. Retail price, $549. Now for a budget option in this category, I'm going with the Coros Pace 4. The Pace 4 brings tremendous value with just a $249 price tag. This watch gives you a bright and crisp AMOLED screen, has digital crown and button as your physical controls, it's light as a feather, and the battery lasts multiple weeks. Combined with clean and focused UI on the watch and mobile app, and you have a no-nonsense training tool that will definitely go the distance. Honorable mention in this category goes to the Suunto Race S at $349 and the Polar Vantage M3 at $499. Our next category is the serious endurance athlete. You are now in the deep end. You spend hours on the road every week. You monitor your health and fitness as a second full-time job. You want the best when it comes to your training and the watch used to support it. If you have a limitless budget and that sounds like you, check out the Garmin Forerunner 970. At the time of making this video, I consider this watch the gold standard for endurance training. You get the high-end hardware features like titanium bezel, great battery life, amazing display, onboard maps with routing, but you also get some of the most high-end training features that Garmin offers like endurance score, running tolerance, real-time stamina, hill score. And then you throw in health features like sleep coach, body battery, ECG, and you have all of the health and fitness data you could ever want to dive into so you can guarantee that next PR. Retail price, $749. Now for a budget option, I'm going once again with the Coros Pace 4. I'm going back to the well with Coros here. If there's one thing that Coros does well, it's compete on value. I think that their training suite has everything you need as a serious runner. The only caveat I'll give is that if you're looking for multi-sport abilities or need more advanced strength training features, this may not be the best fit. This watch is all around very good, but it's definitely best if you're focused on running. Again, retail price, $249. Honorable mentions in this category go to the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro at $1,199 and the Suunto Race 2 at $499. Okay, let's mix things up a bit. We're not just looking at different tiers of runners here. Our next profile is the Smartwatch Seeker. So you just got that Apple Watch or Pixel Watch off your wrist and you're ready to take your fitness more seriously. But you still want to be able to stay connected. You want to take that step, but you want some of those features still. The most serious training tools aren't really what you're after. You want that balance between lifestyle, convenience, and fitness. That's kind of what you're focusing on. And if that sounds like you, your limitless budget option would be the Garmin Venue X1. This is Garmin's attempt to get some glances from the Apple Watch users. This huge 2-inch rectangular display is extremely vibrant, easy to navigate. The Venue X1 is very light and comfortable. It's just 8 millimeters thick. You also get a handy flashlight built in, as well as a speaker and mic for Bluetooth calls. You will be missing some of the higher end training features Garmin offers, and the battery life is going to hit about a week, but you're not going to get much more than that. Retail price, $699. Budget option in this category is going to the Amazfit Balance 2. This is a sleek and premium offering from Amazfit, packed with a lot of smart features like mic and speaker for Bluetooth calls, the ability to reply directly to messages via dictation or on-screen keyboard, built-in voice assistant built on top of ChatGPT that could control your watch functions as well as answer any questions you could think of asking ChatGPT. Oh, and if you're a golfer, they've got that built into the watch as well. Retail price, $299. Honorable mention in this category goes to the Amazfit TRX 3 Pro at $399. Okay, up next we have the Gym Rat. So you might hit a run every once in a while, but your focus is in the gym. Maybe you're doing CrossFit, maybe you're doing high rocks, but you're lifting, grinding, slamming your workouts day in and day out. You need a tough watch with good strength training features. If that sounds like you and you've got a limitless budget, check out the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro. Fenix watches are built strong with metal bezels up top, metal backplate as well. The strength training features on Garmin are among the absolute best for fitness brands, and there's a strength coach feature built in to create workouts for you. Retail price, $1,199. As a budget option, the Amazfit TRX 3 is a good choice. The Amazfit is the official sports watch of High Rock, so if that's a focus of yours, this watch should be at the top of your list as there's built-in modes for training and competing in High Rocks. Retail price, $279. Honorable mention goes to the Instinct 3 MIP version at $399. Next profile is the Trail and Outdoor Enthusiast. If that sounds like you, that means you live for the trails. Whether you're hiking to hit summits or flying over trails and ultra marathons, you want to be outdoors and you want to be sure you can rely on your watch to both go the distance and ensure you make it back to the trailhead before the sun goes down. If that sounds like you and you have a limitless budget, check out the Garmin Enduro 3. The Enduro 3 has memory in pixel or MIP display along with solar charging. That combination means the battery can theoretically never need charging. It will last for the longest of races or multi-day hikes with ease. This watch is packed with almost all of the same features as the Fenix 8, which of course means tons of mapping features to keep you on the trail with a lighter strap and lighter case. Only caveat is that it's available in one size, and that's 51 millimeters, aka the biggest watch in this entire list. Retail price, $899. For a budget outdoor option, I could really go with the Amazfit TRX 3 here. And it's a very worthy selection given the capabilities and pricing, but I want some more variety. Let's go with something slightly less budget. Let's go with the Coros Apex 4. Coros offers all of their training options in a rugged titanium case, reinforced lugs, and an MIP display that absolutely sips battery life. Download all the maps you need, just be sure to plan your routes before heading out for the trails. Retail price, $479. Honorable mention in the outdoor category go to the Suunto Vertical 2 at $599 and the Polar Grit X2 at $799. Our final profile is the watch Purist. You want to track every mile you run and every pound you lift, but afterwards you want to stroll into the office and not have a glaring screen distract you from your professional attire. You want your data, but you also want to be looking good. If that sounds like you and you have a limitless budget, check out the Polar Vantage M3 paired with the Polar Loop. Use the Vantage M3 to track your workouts while the Loop tracks your day-to-day health, data, and sleep. The Loop is a slim, screen-free band reminiscent of a Whoop, but without any subscription, that focuses on standard wellness tracking along with Polar's nightly recharge and HRV metrics. It's for the minimalist who wants the data but hates the never-ending smartwatch noise. Retail price $499 for the Vantage M3 and $199 for the Polar Loop. For a budget pick, we're of course going with the Amazfit Helio Strap as well as the Active 2 Premium here. The Active 2 is a smaller yet very capable budget pick. The sensor performed well in my testing, and the Premium upgrade gets you a secondary strap, but more importantly, it gets you a sapphire lens to avoid scratches. The Helio Strap is a screen-free tracker that you can wear on your wrist or even up on your bicep. It tracks everything: steps, heart rate, sleep, and even Amazfit's biocharge metric. The official support for wearing it on the bicep is definitely a plus as well. Retail price $129 for the Active 2 Premium and $99 for the Helio Strap. Wow, that was a lot. Hopefully one of these profiles speaks to you and I've pointed you in the right direction and maybe introduced some watches you hadn't even considered. So now I'm going to hear from you. Please take a moment, hit up the comments and describe yourself. What are your current fitness goals? What watch are you wearing right now and why did you pick it? And if you're thinking about an upgrade, are you leaning towards one of the watches in this list? I'm really curious to see what you think, and I'm sure the comment section here will be as valuable to others as watching this entire video is. The only thing I ask is that you're respectful of others' opinions, and remember that at the end of the day, you could use any of these watches to help you no matter what goal you're chasing. The important thing is that you get out and get moving, you stay healthy, and work to improve yourself every day. So if you found this video helpful, please throw a thumbs up, consider a sub to help the channel out. If you decide to make a purchase and use one of the links in the description, I'd appreciate the hell out of you. Those links support the channel and will only either save you money or at the very worst will never cost you anything extra. As always, I'm Dave and this is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day and stay fit.